Hey everybody, this is Vril. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 in our playthrough as the French Commune here. So we're helping out the Republic in Spain in their civil war against nationalist Spain. We also have a war justifying against Iraq that will be done in a mere 5 days. So I was actually thinking to start justifying a few more wars around here. So I'm just going to do one. Iran also has a bunch of oil. So let's go ahead do that. I was thinking to also go into Turkey as well. They've got a bunch of chromium, so that would be good. And actually, because the British, we're currently justifying against Belgium and Luxembourg here, because the British like to start doing some guarantees of independence around these areas, and we're probably gonna not cancel our wars because of that, or not declare war and instead cancel our war justifications because of those. I'm going to go ahead and start justifying against the Swiss. And how many days? That will be April. That's perfect. And against the Netherlands here. So we'll do against Holland. And that I would assume is in April as well. Also, the other place that would be awesome to get is Portugal, but I would wait till the Spanish Civil War is over before I do that. They've got a ton of tungsten though, and they usually trade that with the Germans. So if we were able to capture that instead of them, that'd be quite useful. So down here with our Spanish volunteers, let's go ahead and cancel what they're doing. I'm going to move them up here to where there's some victory points. Let's set them up right about here and start an offensive line towards that port over there. And yeah, we will not be declaring the war on Iraq immediately when we can, because as soon as we do that, our volunteer forces would be thrown back to us. So we want to help out the Republicans as much as we can. So we'll have 2 months to declare that war. So we'll wait a little bit. I do see some Japanese volunteer forces in here now, so that's kind of interesting. There's our war justification against Iraq. So yeah, we have till October 29th. I think you take some sort of political power negative if you don't declare the war, but I'm not 100% sure because how many times have I not declared the war, so they are busting through down here. Let's make sure I get to 50 organization here, and then I'll try to capture this port, these ports here, probably encircle this, and then see what we can do there. So Maurice Thorez, our great leader, calls to aid the Belgian workers. We will crush the bourgeois dictatorship. Alright, so we're 50. Let's go attack. Probably taking a little bit of attrition because we're in the mountains. Yes, exactly. Motorized isn't much for the mountain fighting up here. That's okay. Look at this. We've got our guys have moved to seasoned, so very cool. Very good stuff. We won't be spending too much longer here, though. How's our production going? We're catching up slightly on the whole infantry equipment. Close air support. Not doing too well. What do we got going here? So we captured this. Alright. So they're defending. Let the Republicans move on in here. And as soon as these guys are out of battle, I'll try to head towards this port city here. Like so. We've got one of our motorized guys that's not with us here. I guess he's defending here. We might get encircled here, actually. That would be not good, but that's... won't worry about it too much. I've actually got a lifeline here if I declare that war. And that will pull all my units out of this particular battle, so if we get encircled, I can just do that. We've got some naval dockyards. I'm just gonna push this up to 3 on each of these, so anything comes online, we'll be able to handle that. Okay, we just captured that, and actually let's cancel what these guys are telling them to do. We don't want to be doing that. Okay, and we'll try to capture this port city as well. I do feel like they're pushing out a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not really following the borders quite as well as I should be. Alright, so we've got an extra research slot. We also finished off whatever focus we were working on. So looking at the next research slot here, most everything we have is 1939 at this point. Let's go ahead and get radio detection though, so we can start building radar sites at some point anyway. Yes, we have national focus, and actually I was mentioning in the last episode, or some episode ago, there was something that would remove Victors of the Great War, and we have to get all the way down here to army reform to get that, so might not be a bad idea to start going down this line to get that. Be nice to get that extra research slot too. I'd say that this tree, I like the options we have to take are pretty difficult in this tree, so we actually need to get this, create our own factions at some point too, so yeah, it's gonna take a little while before we get to that. Should we do? Let's actually go ahead and do the create your own faction thing. Alright, so the Japanese are starting to declare war on China. Okay, we actually have no intel on this combat, even though our guys are in that combat. Actually, they are out of it, so we can have them help. This is a long battle, 22 days. Can certainly use a little bit of help around here. Even though this guy's in battle, I think his organization was growing a little bit compared to what it was before. At least they're cleaning up down here. The bulk of the army is just in this northwestern corner of the Iberian Peninsula at this point. We are going to have to call our troops home though soon. And this guy's really dug in. I guess the Japanese are in here too, so yeah, they have better organization than we do. Are we getting... no, multiple... I thought we would get a multi-directional attack bonus on this. Okay, now we are. Okay. I think some of the Republican forces joined up with us, so that's good. Alright, so that's... like I said, that's good. So these guys, everybody is seasoned at this point, so very good. What's our... did I mention this? So I was asking last episode how I could see what the war score was here. If you just go up to the tension and you go to current wars, it'll tell you. And so the nationalists, they're 73% towards capitulation, so we still got a little bit of time before that's going to happen. We'll see if we can get in here. Head all the way to that port city, and then probably nothing behind. Yeah, there is a couple of guys. More naval dockyards coming online, so I think we built... okay, I think they removed our... one of our lines was not infinite, so let's go ahead and add one of them back. It was this light cruiser, too. I'll just go ahead and keep everything building indefinitely. I missed that those were selling it to only build like a certain amount. Alright, so we're rushing towards Corunna here. This probably isn't the best idea, because we'd probably get ourselves encircled, but like I said, we're about to declare war on Iraq, so that'll immediately bring home our troops. Okay. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and do that. We're just a few days out. We'll be declaring war on the Belgians here momentarily as well, most likely, so making sure that they don't have any guarantees of independence, we will declare this. Alright, air wings with no mission. This is in northern France, so actually let's go ahead, put these guys in the Benelux region. Close air support, air superiority. We already had our guys set up over here in the Middle East for this war. Alright, so these guys, we're going to try to finish this one off in like 2 weeks, so let's get things going on both armies. One of our groups will be heading straight towards Baghdad. This is the one with the cavalry, the motorized, and the tanks. Try to capture Baghdad as quickly as possible. We're taking attrition in the desert here, so not quite as bad as battling it out in the mountains, I don't think, for some of these units. Yeah, we're completely destroying these Iraqi forces, which is what I assumed. I mean, they have no air force whatsoever. We've got total air superiority. That gives us that major boost. And we're one province away from Mosul and one province away from Baghdad, so that should be all we need to capture. We've taken very little losses. And yeah, it looks like we have a clear shot into Mosul right there. Taking a little bit longer to capture Baghdad here, though. Sure why these guys are heading up to... I guess they're thinking that they want to come in at multiple angles here, which I suppose this isn't the worst idea. So volunteer forces have been returned home. So actually, rather than sending them into the Middle East, let's put them up here on the Belgian front. And actually, while we're up here, let's check. No guarantees of independence yet. Here the British have, so let's go ahead and cancel this one. Yes, so that's not good. The Netherlands is fine. What about Switzerland? So far, so good. Okay, I think that's everybody that we... Things look like they're going pretty well over here after we came in there, and yeah, that looks pretty good there for the Republic in Spain. Alright, let's capture Baghdad if we can. Let's focus on this. Don't want to lose. Yeah, it certainly took a little bit longer than I expected. We're over the 2 weeks, which I was guaranteeing, I think. Okay, what are we saying? 11 days. It's too long. Oh, do we actually have the Germans in here? They must not like us very much, so we're questioning Belgian sovereignty. So let me just check here. Not sure why this says they're the controller and the owner. So yeah, both the Germans and the Italians have forces in Iraq here, so... Alright, well that's interesting. I was not expecting that. Let's try to win this. We're not really prepared for them to be getting any help here, so... Not sure what these guys are trying to do here. We are not allowed to retreat. Okay, we're in defense. We're going to try to reorganize this attack here. Okay, let's see. We've got... Yeah, alright. These guys are getting attacked. I mean, these guys that we were tagging with were just garrison forces, so really was not planning to be battling Germans here. Alright, so we've captured that. Let's reattempt to capture the capital. Seems to be going a little bit better. So Maurice Thorez calls to aid Dutch workers. Down with the bourgeois dictatorship. So yeah, we're definitely having some bad relations with the Germans here, considering they're sending volunteer forces to Iraq to help them out. I mean, that, at least back in World War II, actually, the Germans did send, I think it was some like Luftwaffe, like very light forces to help out the Iraqis in a coup d'etat, but certainly not in this kind of case. So we won, though, as expected. It took a little bit longer than I thought, though. Take all states. We will enjoy this fresh oil that we have. So the French Commune took 3 states. Alright, so... Oops. Game minimized for a second. So we are justifying against Iran. I should actually check to make sure everybody... We're doing a lot of justifications here. So... all these are in April, except for the Belgians. Alright, so... we'll take our garrison units and put them on the border with... Let me cancel whatever they're doing. Put them on the border with Iran here. Everybody else we're going to send on over... Let me cancel whatever they're doing first, though. And we'll send them on over to... Belgium here. Alright. Very good. So we'll be declaring that war. Did we already... What was the date on that? We were just looking at it. I think it was November 28th, so we'll have to wait for our forces to arrive. We've got some more dockyards ready to go. Do we not have a military factory to help out and start building close air support? I thought we did. Okay, so every 12 months, also known as a year. Okay. Of course, this will keep telling us this. We could probably bring back our Air Force, though. That were hanging out. Where were they hanging out? They were hanging out in Lebanon, not Damascus. So let's put them in Lorraine. Just in case. I guess they have to take some time to arrive. And yeah, we're not going to be declaring this war immediately, just because, like I already said, the forces are not quite ready for this, and actually we need to set... Let's see, we're calling this... What are we calling this? Garrison? We can call this... Let's just call this a Benelux. And actually we can rename this one to just the German border one now. Okay, we'll move these guys from the Iraqi theater up here. So, drawing a offensive line, we're just going to be coming in something like that. These guys can do just a general push across the entire country. Alright, so we've done that. Our forces are not in position. And we have more research to do, so we are almost up to 38 now, so I think I'm going to go ahead, because we really won't be taking very much negative, go ahead and start researching our improved infantry equipment 2. So where are our guys at? Let's actually get our Navy out here as well. Put a superior tactician on here and actually get rid of... We do not need to have our submarine guys going with us here. Okay, so... So these guys will help out with a shore bombardment. Alright, so we are also able to now create our own faction. So otherwise, let's see, what do we want? Aggressive focus, or do we want to build up industry in the colonies? I think I'm going to go possibly with this. Alright, it's a tough choice here. I mean, this is going to take 210 days to get all the way to here. 210 days. I think I'm going to go down this way. It would be best to get this done as soon as possible, but this is going to take even more. This is going to be... it'll be an entire year. So let's go down this. Aggressive focus. I don't think everybody's arrived, have they? No, we've still got guys coming basically to Versailles here. The Republicans are pushing back the nationalists here. Very good. Guys are still working on getting a position. While they do that, are they able to get some planning bonus? Not 100% sure if they're actually getting any planning bonus. I will wait till we get planning bonus on this particular one. I'm not sure if it... I mean, it is just capturing basically Brussels and Antwerp, but better safe than sorry. Okay, so the Republic in Spain has won the Spanish Civil War. 1706, they took 11 states, so very good stuff. Alright, with that said, so we helped out the Republicans win the Spanish Civil War. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll be declaring war on Belgium at the beginning of the next episode. So until then, have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.